Sad news update. Little People, Big World supporters got some extremely terrible news today. Amy Roloff and Marek were divorced. Finally, Marek married his new fiancée. Greetings all. Welcome back to LPBW Update, the channel where we delve into the most significant life moments of your beloved reality personalities. Today we present a narrative that is both optimistic and devastating, as it pertains to one of Little People Big World's most cherished couples, Amy Roloff and Marek. Certainly, you have heard it correctly. After years of farming exploits, laughter, and affection at Roloff farms, Amy and Chris have mutually decided to part ways. And that is only the beginning. Keep an eye on this video as we will later disclose how Chris has rekindled his love and even married his new companion. The couple was the quintessential picture of perfection, with a fairy tale engagement under the grand oak tree, a picturesque August wedding that included pumpkin embellishments and vehicles, and an unwavering dedication to their family. However, fractures began to appear when the camera ceased to operate. Eventually, the unthinkable occurred. As rumors circulated and admirers were whispering, Amy Roloff and Marek had submitted their divorce petitions in early 2025. Today, we will reveal each and every aspect. Chris has already married someone new, how each of them has coped, and what went awry. Long before Marek entered the picture, Amy Roloff, the matriarch of the Roloff dynasty, captivated our hearts. Amy concentrated on her children, her pumpkin business, and her unanticipated rekindling of love after her marriage to Matt Roloff ended in 2016. Amy was introduced to Marek, a financial advisor with a business acumen, by mutual acquaintances in late 2017. The initial encounter was marked by uneasy small talk, a friend's birthday party, and an immediate connection that was ignited by a shared interest in agriculture and investment. Dates that were early. Amy was impressed by Chris's sincere regard for her family and farm. They established a foundation of trust through hair journeys and coffee outings in Portland. Proposals situated beneath the oak tree. On September 19, 2019, Chris proposed to his girlfriend beneath the iconic oak tree at Roloff Farms, the very location where numerous family memories were formed. The internet swooned when Amy said yes. There are advantages to being a part of a successful reality series: a devoted support base, a television home, and obstacles. Amy and Chris were subjected to relentless public scrutiny, with each disagreement and farm decision being immediately dissected online. The dynamics of a blended family, which involves the delicate balance between Amy's 4 children from her previous marriage and her new existence with Chris. Amy's agourism initiatives, Chris's financial ventures, and business pressures occasionally compelled them to diverge. There is no doubt that relationships that are subject to scrutiny can be difficult. Amy and Chris's disagreements regarding farm management, business priorities, and even leisure began to escalate. Amy and Chris exchanged vows during a sunlit ceremony at Roloff Farms on August 28, 2021. However, by February 2025, sources close to the couple disclosed that they were residing separately and that they were in the process of submitting for a covert divorce. In January 2025, Amy's acquaintances observe that she is spending an increasing number of evenings alone at her lake as we return home. Official divorce documents were filed in Moulton County, Oregon on July 1, 2025. Dissolution without flaw. Both individuals identified irreconcilable differences. Amy shared a sincere message on Instagram on February 18th regarding her gratitude for Chris's support throughout the years, as well as personal development and change. Amy Roloff did not press the pause button. Self-discovery was initiated by her pressing the play button. Here is how she has reimagined her existence. Concentrated on family, with an emphasis on spending more time with the children, Molly, Jacob, and Jeremy. Father-daughter yoga and apple-picking excursions are heartwarming scenarios. A new line of eco-friendly farm merchandise and virtual farm excursions were introduced to connect fans with Roloff Farms experiences from the comfort of their homes as part of business expansion. In weekly vlogs, she documented her personal wellness journey, which included meditation, hiking, and discussions about resilience in the Pacific Northwest and Canada. Amy has been a source of inspiration, transforming sorrow into a catalyst for community and personal development. It is evident that she is not merely a reality television personality. She serves as a model for successful recovery from life's most challenging circumstances. Although Amy preferred solitude, Chris Marek swiftly discovered companionship, contrary to popular belief. Paparazzi observed him on a lunch date with Catherine Katie Dawson, a marketing executive from Seattle, in early June 2025. The initial public appearance occurred on March 5, 2025, sharing a laugh while enjoying sandwiches at a waterfront cafe. Suggestions from social media. A heart emoji was used to identify Chris's characteristic blue blazer in Katie's Instagram stories. A formal announcement. Chris and Katie shared a collaborative photo on April 12, 2025, of them beaming under cherry blossoms with the caption, "New Beginnings." Fast forward to May 2025, and Chris Marek is married for the second time. An intimate ceremony is described by friends. Date and location. On May 3, 2025, at a family-owned vineyard located just outside of Portland. The guest roster is restricted to intimate friends and family. Amy was politely declined an invitation. Emphasis. Katie proceeded down an aisle that was adorned with rose petals. Chris affixes his own vows regarding the discovery of hope in the aftermath of loss. The voyage of Chris, from heartbreak to contentment, serves as a reminder that life does not conclude with divorce. Occasionally, it introduces an entirely new chapter. Media and fan responses. Amy's supporters celebrated her resilience, promoted the creation of new chapters, and initiated the hashtag #AmyStrong. Shippers of Chris and Katie have initiated the hashtag #ChrisandKatie2025, which commemorates their brief yet affectionate relationship. The timeline of 3 months from the separation to the wedding has been a topic of debate among skeptics, who have also speculated about the motivations of reality TV. Amy, Chris, and Katie. Although there are differing perspectives, the majority concur that Amy and Chris are entitled to contentment on their own terms. Interview with insider perspectives. According to Amy's friends, she has endured numerous hardships, however, we underestimated her resilience. Chris's most recent union was respectful. He permitted Amy to recuperate initially. The tension on the set was palpable following the announcement of the divorce. However, Amy maintained her composure and concentration. Chris, it appeared that he was prepared to depart. These forthright perspectives depict two individuals who, despite their initial inseparable bond, ultimately pursued distinct paths to happiness. What lessons can we glean from the voyage of Amy and Chris? Effective communication is indispensable. Even the most resilient couples may deteriorate in the absence of candid communication. It is crucial to prioritize self-care. Personal development is facilitated by the prioritization of mental and emotional health. New beginnings are feasible. Divorce is not the conclusion. It represents a fork in the path that may result in an unanticipated sense of happiness. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek's narrative demonstrates that real life does not adhere to a predetermined script. Occasionally, it leads us to newfound joy, while at other times it leads us through sorrow. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Additional information. Amy Roloff and her partner Chris Marek are subjected to contempt by fans. Also, Amy Roloff commends Chris Marek for treating her fairly. I will provide a comprehensive explanation. Amy Roloff is engaged in a variety of other activities in addition to her prominent role in the popular TLC series Little People, Big World. These encompass the dissemination of life updates and recordings that are focused on culinary recipes. Furthermore, the mother of four frequently attends courses and seminars. At present, the matriarch of the Little People, Big World and her companion, Chris Marek, are enjoying a contented existence. As a result, she consistently shares joyful events with her social media followers. Amy Roloff, a motivational speaker at Little People Big World, is frequently requested to deliver presentations at conferences across the country. She employs her personal experiences to inspire others to persist in their pursuit of success in the face of any obstacle. The mother of four frequently transports Chris to her seminars, as indicated on her website. He is her most dependable ally and a source of fortitude. Amy frequently utilizes her social media platforms to convey her gratitude and admiration for his ongoing endeavors to elicit a broad smile from her. Amy recently showered her companion with affection on her Instagram account. She disclosed that Chris takes pleasure in transporting her to destinations that she finds enjoyable. Amy mentioned that the Grand Hotel on Machine Island in Michigan is one such location. He enjoys treating her to these types of unique excursions. She proceeded. Many Little People Big World admirers commend Chris for this, describing him as a supportive spouse. Some of them expressed their appreciation for his participation in her culinary videos, which allowed them to sample her freshly prepared confection. Additionally, he frequently participates in her meetings and sessions. A few weeks ago, I even sent a heartfelt social media thank you note to her spouse, Chris. A few weeks ago, Amy Roloff expressed her gratitude to her spouse, Chris Marek, on Instagram for his unwavering love and support. Initially, she displayed images of the couples to her followers. Subsequently, I recently traveled to Austin, Texas. Afterward, the celebrity from Little People Big World conveyed gratitude in the description of this image. I was extremely pleased and delighted to attend Little People Big World, she stated at the outset. Amy also mentioned that her companion enjoys participating in these events, and her peers in the Little People community have also welcomed him. Following that, Amy pledged to continue providing additional information regarding the events she intends to attend in the future. Chris would escort her to those activities. She also stated that the TLC personality continued to express her affection for him after the caption concluded. Clearly, this post demonstrates the compatibility and affection of this couple. What are your thoughts on Amy's social media posts? Supporters of the Little People Big World believe that their sanctuary is plagued by issues. Are you also observing a comparable marital issue? Please do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the remarks section below. Are Amy Roloff and her partner Chris Marek disrespected by fans? Amy Roloff, the protagonist of Little People Big World, has been releasing a significant number of videos in recent months. She also updated her website to include some of her most recent creations. Despite the fact that Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen is no longer broadcast on TLC, Amy continues to derive pleasure from conducting culinary lessons and selling fudge as a means of promoting the program. Nevertheless, her supporters expressed their dissatisfaction with her recent video in which she defied her spouse, Chris Marek, on social media. This week, Amy Roloff took to Instagram to share a recipe that was particularly special with her followers. One of her most cherished recipes was shared with Chris on the street during St. Patrick's Day. She consumed an abundance of cabbage during her childhood and believed that she could prepare her own broth with it as the primary ingredient. She referred to it as Unstead cabbage soup and informed her admirers that it would be available on the website. Fans were left perplexed as to why she was denigrating her spouse after witnessing her prepare the soup with Chris. One of her admirers desired to inquire about their thoughts directly from her. What is the reason for your preference for Roloff over Marek? They inquired. Furthermore, this resulted in a lengthy discussion among her supporters. A question was posed regarding her decision not to modify her last name following her marriage. Conjecture among the following indicated that it was likely for business purposes. Amy has consistently implemented Roloff in her business operations. The utilization of her last name appears to be a topic of evenly divided opinion among her admirers. Amy Roloff has consistently emphasized her passion for cuisine in Little People Big World since the program's inception, generating her own concoctions. She distributes them to her followers. It appears that she is currently endeavoring to achieve additional accomplishment. She recently informed her followers of her partnership with an additional distinguished organization. Her supporters were taken aback by this, as they were uncertain about whether or not they wanted to endorse it. Amy's most recent video appeared to be the outcome of her partnership with Home Chef. Amy's supporters merely desired to inform her that they prefer to use her own recipes rather than those found on Home Chef. They believed that she could perform significantly better if she cooked exclusively for herself, as she already possessed the requisite skills. Amy Roloff derives pleasure from distributing her culinary creations. However, she would prefer to receive compensation for her subscriptions or recipes. Do you believe that she has been condescending to Chris in her culinary videos? Does she have a valid reason for not changing her name, or do you feel that she should? Amy Roloff commemorates her father, Gordon Knight, who is 95 years old. Additionally, Amy Roloff accuses Matt of neglecting Zach in an Instagram post. Amy Roloff, a Little People Big World star, recently experienced a memorable reconciliation with her father. Consequently, what is it about this particular reunion that is so significant? Amy Roloff, who is a Michigan native, is well known to longtime viewers of Little People Big World. The Midwest will forever hold a special spot in Amy's heart, despite the fact that she has established an existence for herself in Oregon, initially with Matt Roloff and subsequently with Chris Marek. Her Midwest dialect is still evident in a few of her numerous TLC programs and social media culinary videos. Amy Roloff, a prominent figure from Little People Big World, resides in Michigan with her large family. Consequently, she frequently visits them. However, her most recent visit to her hometown had assumed a somewhat distinct significance. What was the rationale that Amy Roloff provided to her TLC viewers for the uniqueness of this trip? Amy Roloff's most recent journey home occurred on the occasion of her father's 95th birthday. For all individuals, it is an enormous accomplishment to accomplish this. Amy is the happiest individual alive, as evidenced by the reports from her voyage, as she is able to spend time with her father, Gordon Knight, on his special day. The Little People Big World actress expressed her gratitude to her devoted fan base, stating, "I am surprised that my father is 95 years old, but I am relieved to hear that he is doing well. It is a pleasure to spend time with him at home." She is filled with pride when she is with her father, Gordon Knight. It is also reassuring to be aware that she has the ability to take off and land at any moment, as per the update provided by Amy Roloff. Amy is capitalizing on this opportunity, which is one of the advantages that accompany success. Fans of Little People Big World are aware that Amy Roloff is known to spend a significant amount of time in the kitchen when she is visiting family. She most recently enticed her followers with fudge variants that were perfectly suited for the season. It is always a delight to provide Amy's fans with information about the fudge, as it is a tremendous success with them. Her winter fudge variety bundle for this year comprises chocolate espresso, white chocolate raspberry swirl, and red velvet creme brulee, according to the most recent update. Amy uploaded a brief video that featured her latest winter collection. Chris Marek was also present to conduct a taste test, which was fortunate. He granted his wife his approval, suggesting that he enjoys Amy's new varieties despite his potential bias. The chocolate espresso appears to be Chris Marek's preferred beverage, as he enjoyed chocolate with his coffee. Amy Roloff's new products, which are available just in time for Valentine's Day 2024, have piqued the interest of many of her devotees. There will be no further updates today. It is not difficult for viewers of Little People Big World to comprehend why Jeremy Roloff may have experienced a romantic breakup with his wife, Audrey. The two have been absent from the program since 2018, but they remain highly active on social media. In recent days, Jeremy has appeared to be frustrated, despite his tendency to adapt to the situation. He is the father of 3. When Little People Big World premiered on TLC more than a decade ago, Jeremy was a standout. Cameras were permitted to capture the lives of Jeremy and his twin brother, Zach, as well as their siblings and parents, Matt and Amy Roloff, during their childhood on Roloff farms. Audrey and Jeremy encountered each other during their high school years and appeared to be deeply in love. Jeremy returned to Oregon to propose to and marry Audrey after attending Brooks Institute of Photography in Santa Barbara, California. Audrey has been proclaiming her extravagant lifestyle for years, despite the fact that the two withdrew from the family program, claiming they desired more privacy. To begin with, Jeremy does not publish an abundance of photographs of himself and Audrey on his Instagram account. Jeremy frequently ensures that he captures photographs of his farm labor, home improvement projects, and even his children. However, he seldom shares photographs of himself and his devoted wife. Conversely, Audrey compensates for his absence of photographs on her profile by frequently boasting about her spouse, Jeremy, and their date evenings. Many admirers of Little People, Big World are unable to shake the impression that she is attempting to compensate for a loveless marriage. Additionally, viewers of Little People, Big World observed that Jeremy neglected his wife on her birthday. Audrey is the first to express her admiration for Jeremy on any given day. However, she neglected to acknowledge the redhead on her special day. Despite the fact that the couple relished an intimate boat voyage, Jeremy's actions were perceived as peculiar, as they frequently share information on their social media platforms. The absence of affection between the two individuals led some to suspect that their idyllic union may be in jeopardy. In the past year, viewers of Little People, Big World have observed an increasing number of indications that Jeremy may be dissatisfied with their relationship. A significant red flag was the couple's disparaging remarks about each other on their respective Instagram accounts regarding a bathroom remodel. Audrey claimed that the work had taken 4 months, but Jeremy corrected her, stating that they were 9 weeks into the project and even advised Audrey to chill out. The absence of a united front caused a ripple effect on forums, leading to the only logical conclusion: Jeremy is dissatisfied.